Hello, everybody. Happy 2026. I am getting on here to share a little bit more about supplementation. And many people, this is probably the number one question I get asked when talking with people about health and wellness and just in general of what should I take, when should I take things, why should I take things, all these different types of things. So I'm gonna educate you a little bit. And this is really what I love to do, is I love educating people on health. If you have, say hello, if you pop on, I always tell everybody this, like us people who share via social media, the best thing you can do is hit the like, hit the love, hit the share button, say hello in the comments, because it truly helps get the word out. And maybe you don't need this information, but somebody out there might. And I've had my video shared so many different times based on different things that I've talked about, discussed, educated on, and I've been able to help a lot of people really all over the world, which is really cool. So we're going to talk today just a little bit more about supplements and why I take certain things, why you should, and kind of like what to look for, because to be honest, like the supplement world is a very uneducated world for a lot of people. And this is why I also say too, like if you are taking products or, you know, you're looking into taking products, like make sure that you are talking with people who are educated in health, because a lot of people don't know this information. And a lot of people are, you know, there might be people out there that are just trying to make a sale on something and they really have no idea what they're selling. And to the degree of actually what they're selling, I've seen so many companies having products that are going to do a disservice to people later on, or even currently, than to help. So just make sure you really ask questions too if you're ordering things that you're not really 100% sure on. I always tell people this, like especially my clients, if you're going to walk into, you know, a store and you're going to go look for different supplements, a lot of times people will do that and then there's no one to talk to about it. I highly don't recommend that. I really recommend you working with somebody online or via with a company, a health company that knows what they're talking about, because it's really important to be able to get the correct information, especially for things that you're going to be putting in your body. So, and I wanted to see if I could, I can't. Well, if you say hello, I'll say hi later. For some reason, none of the comments are coming up. So if we're on live and you ask questions, I will answer them later. Okay. So with this being said, the very first thing I always recommend to any clients that I work with virtually is we're going to get your nutrition and your exercise in check. Okay. That's the first thing. But the reality of most people is that they just do not, if they got their blood work done, which I always recommend, if they go, look at different test results, or even just age-wise and in what they're eating, they are not getting the vitamins and the minerals that our bodies need. This is why people, you can't sleep properly, or you're gaining weight really fast, or you are tired all the time, low energy. You have circulation issues. Maybe it's high blood pressure issues. Maybe it's hair loss. There's so many different things that take place from lack of nutrients within the body. That's why, a lot of people do these GLP-1 shots and they're losing nutrients that they need to put into their body because they're not hungry. Okay. So they're seeing hair loss. They're seeing other things go on. They're seeing skin conditions happen because they're not getting the nutrients they need from foods. Or to be honest with you, I've seen people who are on these that then, because they only are hungry for a little bit of time, they eat like crap. And so they're not giving, nutrients back into their body that way. So with that being said, I highly always recommend, going for those whole foods, not doing packaged items, frozen foods, eating out, things like that. Obviously, I'm reality. Like, I understand that people are busy. I live a very busy life with my kids and my family. So I understand when these things need to take place. However, again, this is why supplementation is so important, because I know, for example, these past 2 weeks, right? It was the holidays. It was lots of eating like crap and drinking and all the things, right? Like wasn't doing a service to my body in a lot of the things that I was doing. And I love sweets. If you know me, you know that I love like homemade sweets. Like I'm not a candy person. I'm not a like store-bought baked good. I am like, make me a homemade chocolate chip cookie. My neighbor knows, like unbelievable, you know, like I love that. And so I indulge when it's that holiday time, but it doesn't feel good. I don't feel good, right? Like, and so when I'm taking my supplements, that really helps to give me some good nutrients back that obviously I'm not getting when I'm eating what I was eating. So let's talk a little bit about this, okay? So these are supplements that I personally take. A lot of these are from the same company, I'll be honest with you. And I love that I found this company because a lot of what I can take now is all from one place. And they also have organic ingredients. And I was not very, I shouldn't say this. I was always very keen on organic ingredients because nutritious wise, like I eat a lot of organic foods, okay? And the reason for this, you guys, if you're wondering why should I eat organic? What's the big deal? It's more expensive. You're right. Sadly, things that are better for you are more expensive. That's the reality of the world. But they are not sprayed with a bunch of crap. They do not have a bunch of chemical additives. They don't have, you know, there's not things, for example, if you're buying Annie's, I'm just thinking mac and cheese, right? That's the big one that a lot of people give their kids. And you're buying Kraft mac and cheese and it has yellow dye in there and chemical preservatives and chemical additives and all these things. You literally gave your kids no nutrients whatsoever, okay? Maybe a little bit of milk that you threw in there, okay? And then instead you go for like the Annie's brand, okay? I'm just giving an example here that doesn't have any dyes in it. There's an Annie's grass-fed brand that actually has grass-fed whole milk in it. So you're getting a little bit better options. Yes, it's like $1 more, right? Those are like store-bought things. But if you're getting organic fruits and vegetables, you are saving yourself from not having a million different chemicals sprayed on them, okay? And same thing with meats, getting grass-fed meat. The cows are out there in the pasture eating the grass, helping their bodies so that you're eating the healthiest things. Pasture-raised chicken, organic chicken. You know, there's a whole pasture-raised eggs. There's a whole bunch that goes into this, okay? That is why I highly always recommend when you're eating plants or you're supplementing with plant ingredients, okay? Because there's supplements out there and most of them are synthetically made supplements. And I was actually educating my mom on this a couple days ago. And she takes the supplements that I've recommended. But also, you know, there's supplements out there that people have been taking for years and years and years because they're doctor's #1 recommended brand, right? You can go into Walgreens, you can grab it really quick. But when you look at it, and when I showed her, I said, all of these ingredients on here, all of the vitamins, all of the minerals, every single one of them was synthetically made in a lab, okay? And then they had additives in there to whatever, make, you know, the product, and it had added chemical ingredients. So her body is going to try and use that and not know really what to do with it and flush it out, okay? So either it's running through your body and you're just peeing it out and you're paying for it, or it's going to at some point do a disservice with all the things being thrown in there, okay? Now, when you choose plants, it is very hard to find organic supplements that have plant ingredients. And that's why for years I've shared about plant ingredients in supplements. I think plants are better than synthetic in every way when you're supplementing because you're giving your body full actual food nutrients, okay, from the plants. Now, if you can find organic in that, even better. Like even better. And I found, and I'm going to share these things with you, that you can find organic supplements with really great price points and it doesn't need to break your bank and it can do some really incredible things and you will feel such a difference in the way your body is, your energy levels, how things are functioning, your blood work, all of that type of thing because you're not just throwing a bunch of synthetics in either, okay? So this is my like daily and then I also have things that I just take here and there. So I'm going to go over just a couple of the things. So first off is greens, okay? Everybody should take a green supplement, but again, very important. I would highly recommend finding organics, okay? Now, this one's from Asante Organics. A lot of these that I'm sharing are from Asante Organics, and I'll post the link below. But again, the price points that I have found to be able to have organic supplements and organic plant ingredients, whether that be in supplementation, in bath and body, in skincare, in home care, in essential oils, whatever it is that I'm using, I have found these organic ingredients and the price points for them are really incredible, comparable to what I'm seeing like, at a vitamin store or a health food store or Whole Foods or something like that, okay? So greens are important because think about the amount of greens that you should have in a day. Most people eat maybe one thing of greens a day, when in reality, you should be having like a bowl full plus of greens a day. Okay. And in these greens specifically, you are going to get barley grass, wheatgrass, alfalfa leaf, spinach, aloe vera, parsley, lemongrass, kale, spearmint, broccoli, cabbage, celery, peppermint, all good, amazing things that will help your body in so many different ways, but helping with energy, immunity, metabolism, weight management, digestion, eliminating things within the body, cleansing cholesterol levels, blood sugar levels, everything you could need for vitamins, minerals, amino acids, enzymes, electrolytes, iron, calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, antioxidants are all in here. I love having a green supplement. Now, a lot of people see greens like you just throw it in a drink or something. Not for me. I don't like that. I don't like throwing it in a drink because I think it makes my drink taste bad. These are greens in pill form. Love it. I love the fact that I can take them in pill form. So those are awesome. And the bottle is there's 90 servings in here, which is great. Next thing I do my omegas 3, 6, and 9. Okay. These are omegas. I tell everybody that I work with that is a client of mine that they need to have greens. They need to have omegas. Those are two super, super important vitamins that I want in their, or supplements that I want in their pantry. Okay. Now this is omega 3, 6, and 9 made with organic cold pressed flax seed oil. So a lot of people, will get omegas from fish, which I do love. There's some fish omegas that I really like. My kids actually take a fish gummy omega that I like. However, there's people who, 1, can't handle the fish. 2, mercury levels can be based on, depending on what the fish is. 3, people are allergic. So with I love that this is unrefined, pesticide-free, cold-pressed flaxseed oil that will help with brain health, heart health, cholesterol, circulation, kidney health, blood pressure, digestion, and even eyes. That was huge. My daughter, starting to get that I can't see far type of thing. And that I told the eye doctor, I was like, I really don't want her to wear glasses. Now, these are blue light glasses. But I was like, I really don't want her to wear these. I just would rather, if I can help her, without having to put glasses on her yet, because she's only 6. She's like, you know what? Make sure she's eating omegas 3, 6, and 9. This is really, really big for eye health. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's incredible. Yes, because I do it. And that's what I'm doing to help mine. Now, I had perfect vision up until I had my daughter. And my eyes, I was literally 20/20 my whole life. And now I can't see far. Right? So if I'm driving at night, I have to put on glasses, things like that. So I am doing things like omegas, like vitamin E, and also green light that is helping to hopefully help my eyes so that they don't get worse. Okay. As we age, this is what happens too. Like things are going to get worse within your body. You can do things naturally that will hopefully help it to, things could get better or stay where they're at. Okay. I take a bee natural tab. Now these are bee pollen and bee propolis. The reason I take these are awesome. They're chewable, again, organic. These are all from the same company. These are your end all be all to like the best multivitamin you can find out on the market. It is unbelievable. When I found this product, I could not believe, and it's like $20, you guys, something around there. But it has the bee pollen, the honey, the propolis, and the royal jelly. Now, I was giving my kids bee propolis for their immune systems all winter long for years. I've been doing that. And so I just took it as a throat spray when I needed it. But now this is my daily multivitamin that I take, because if you didn't know this, but if there was nothing left in the world and just bees were left, we could survive because of what they make, which is really, really incredible, but helps with libido, energy, immunity, hormones, digestive, any sort of perimenopause, menopause symptoms. Incredible. And then also gives you all of your essential vitamins and minerals that you would need in a multivitamin. I take a digestive enzyme and I take a probiotic. Okay. Same thing. Both of those are for your good, healthy gut. I do a D3 plus K. Love this D3 plus K. Has, which one does this have? This is all from the same company too. This has a D3 plus K. Well, these are I'll show you guys, but this is gonna be words that I'm not gonna even try and pronounce up there. So that's that one. And then I love to do pH drops, again, from the same company. This balances out my water and anything that might be acidic to help with pH levels within the body. If you can keep your body alkaline, and actually all of these products I just showed you are alkaline. They all have ingredients in there to help with alkalinity and within your body to help keep your pH levels at the balance level that they're supposed to be at. So this is like, I use it randomly throughout the day when I just drop a couple drops in my water to keep my pH levels within my body. Like if I'm gonna drink my coffee, my acidity level is gonna go up, okay? So I try and balance that out. Then I also do, during allergy time, I do some oil of oregano, okay? This is massive if you suffer from allergy or sinus infections. I had a brutal one 2 days ago. I don't like to take things for it, so I just suffer through it for a good 24 hours and then I was good to go. So I take that during that time. Always I take a vitamin C. This one is from Flav City. I have with the organic company, I have this drink that I like to drink, this Electro Mineral Cell Salts. This is just like electrolytes within your water, but it has vitamin C in here as well. So I like to drink this like once or twice a day. And this is really great for also helping with your pH levels within your body. But during this cold and flu season, I kick it up and I take an extra vitamin C. So I do that. And then I also love, this one is from Trinot. I love the vitamin C to go. Okay, so if you, are traveling or if you have, you're dealing with sickness or like my kids, if I notice something, I'll put this in water and they chug it really fast. These are awesome to have. These are way better than the emergencies, the airbornes, things like that, because they don't have the organic ingredients, but they don't have the added chemical additives and sugars that are in there and fake sugars, okay? The other things that I love during this time, throat spray, okay? If you suffer from any sort of sore throats or deal with strep or anything like that, this is a really wonderful spray for, it's an herbal spray for respiratory and immune health. This one is by Biocidin Botanicals, and it has in here grapeseed, shiitake mushrooms, white willow bark, garlic, milk thistle, echinacea, raspberry fruit, oregano oil, lavender oil, a couple different oils in here to help soothe and help hopefully keep at bay any sort of sore throats or anything like that. Another thing I love, if you feel anything coming on, this is my big go-to. I still take all of these things no matter what. That's like you might think I'm nuts when you saw all those things that I take, but that is my daily. And that is how I get all the goodness into my body and feel great. And everyone's like, you have so much energy. You do so much. Yes, because I make sure I have the nutrients my body needs. But if I start to feel, or if my husband's a big one. By the way, I made my keto hot chocolate. Hang on, take a sip. If he starts to feel any sort of ickies from the kids, magically the kids start getting a little sniffles and he's like, kind of feeling something. I hand him this. This is the Gaia Herbs. Probably not saying that correct, but Immune Rapid Defense. These are gummies, and we take 2 of them, and literally, I swear by these. You just take them for like 2 days straight. They have the ginger in here. They have the organic echinacea. They have apple, lemon, elderberry. I mean, every good immune boosting thing in there, and I swear by those. Another thing is vitamin E. I love the vitamin E from Trinot. I've had it for years and years and years. Vitamin E to help with cellular rejuvenation, cellular health. But I will be honest with you guys, I have recently started to try, a new supplement that kind of might take the place of this vitamin E, depending on how it goes, that really focuses on stem cell and cellular health in a little different way. So I'm really excited about that because I just recently started that and I did a lot of research on it. And it's incredible what they've done. Another thing, if you are anybody who weightlifts, I weightlift every day, 5 days a week. or if you train in any way or you do manual labor. I love the Optimize from Trinont. I've never seen another product out on the market like this. I love this one. It's a proteolytic enzyme and it helps with reducing inflammation, helping the muscles to recover quickly. So if you are lifting heavier than you're used to, or if you do manual labor or you have had a surgery, something like that, that is a really great one to have on hand. Now, these are two things that I take as just here and there, or my tea every night. I take this Flav City Immunity Tea. This is a turmeric tea. Now, people who have tried it think I'm crazy, but if you like turmeric, you'll love it. But it is something that I sip on every single night before bed. It's like my calming to go to bed, but also it is my immune boosting tea. So I love this one. This one's called the Daily Rescue Immunity Tea, and I take that all winter, really, anytime I'm cold, because then in the summertime, I don't like warm tea. And then this is Zest from Trinont. This one is your natural energy. So I love that for like, if I have something going on the weekend and I have to last past, 10 o'clock at night. So I love those because it has natural B vitamins in there. Again, it's not an organic supplement, but it does have the good plant ingredients in there to help naturally boost your energy rather than make my heart race, put a bunch of synthetics like what's in energy drinks, things like that. I used to be a 5-hour energy girl in college, you guys, and I look back at that and I'm sorry I did that to my heart, okay? All right, and then those are things that I take most of the time on a daily. Like the vitamins I shared with you earlier, those are most things that I take on daily. So yes, I take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 vitamins a day, okay? So, and I would recommend that for a lot of people, okay? Now, again, there's some things that I take here and there that come into play when I'm either feeling a little bit, run down, or if I need my muscles to recover or things like that. But yes, I do take a lot of vitamins and minerals to really help boost my body. Now, what's really cool about the company I was sharing about with the organic ingredient product is that they also have skincare, body wash. Where's my essential oil? Oh, they have all organic essential oils. Now this was huge. I've been taking essential oils for years and I should have known, but I did not know the difference between organic essential oil and regular essential oil. And if you are taking essential oils and you do not have organic, you need to change. You need to switch. And you can go right on this link and you can find a million of them here, but it's really, really crucial and important because organic or just essential oils in general, okay, are very, very powerful. So if you are not taking the organic type, you could be putting things into your body that should not be there, okay? And the way that they're processed and the way that they are, processed really, is it could be pulling out all of the goodness based on what they're using, heat, chemicals, whatever, but also they could be adding in chemical additives or things like that you don't want. So like, I take tea tree and I can breathe it in just fine. And I know that what I'm getting, again, what I'm breathing in is good organic essential oil. Now I use tea tree for a lot. If you don't have tea tree, this is a really good one. I use it for deodorant. I use it for healing of any sort of like cuts, wounds, scars, things like that. Sinus infections, steam, like making steam, for helping with breathing, things like that. Let's try and think what else I use this for. But yes, that's my like go-to. But they also have skincare and things that I use as well from this company. And their skincare all has the organic, clean ingredients. So I swear by their Z3 line. Their Z3 line is one of the best skincare products I've ever used, truly. And so I use the eye cream, I use the face cream, and then they do have a serum. And the serum I ran out of. I haven't reordered it, but I loved it when I had it. So I would recommend it if you like a serum. I'll put that in my next order. They also have an amazing body butter. So I use this all over my body. They have a moisturizer that I use actually on my hands. So I have really, really, in the winter time, I get really cracked and like dry hands. So I use that on my hands, which has been really great. They're still dry for sure, but they're not cracked and bleeding. You guys, if you could have seen, well, everyone who's seen my hands before knows, like, they were scary because I wash them so much because I don't want sicknesses and I don't want germs, and I use hot water because I want them to come off. So that is awesome. And then also they have Bath and Body stuff that's in my shower. I also use their hair product. This is a leave-in hair serum, and I put this on to help with shine of my hair, the feeling of my hair. I used to dye it. I haven't dyed my hair, guys, in August, September, October, November, December, January. 6 months. Okay. I've been naturally growing it out. And so just being able to put this in to give it some restoration and to really help with the ends and things like that has been awesome. So these are things that I use pretty consistently. And when you transform your household and your cabinets into these things, you don't do anything different. Like, this is just my daily. It doesn't, sounding on here, it might sound like a lot, but when it's just your daily routine, it's not. It really isn't. And then you feel good. Your body feels good. The inside of you feels good. The outside of you feels good. And again, when I'm using things on my body, I want to make sure, because what you put on goes in. And so for years, I wasn't using good products on my skin and on my body. I couldn't find things that weren't ridiculously overpriced, or, I just didn't find the things that worked for my body. And so their products at this company, I have been so impressed by. Now, I've been using them for, gosh, how long have I been doing that now? 6, 7 months, maybe? I mean, I love it. I love it. And all my clients have loved it. So again, and I do intermix, right? I've showed you a couple different brands and a couple different products. I intermix ingredients and products a lot, based on what I find out on the market that is good. I will only share what I find that is going to be a good thing for your body, help you in different ways. Everyone needs something different based on, who you are and what you are. This is really, though, like, these are main products that I truly feel like everyone should have in their cabinets, which is the 6 or 7 that I named earlier on. They're go-tos. They're go-tos for just aging, health, staying healthy, giving your body what it needs. So if you have questions or you need more information, please reach out to me. I'll drop my link below for a number of these different things that I listed. But then get in my inbox and I can write you up. A lot of people like me to just write up a formal thing so that you can just have it, you can click, you can shop, and you can find what you need. But reach out if you have questions. Bye, guys.